Okay, time to make those buildings. This is really going to be a step-by-step process. We're actually going to start with what would be the corner of the building between the side and the front. The front of the buildings are going to face the road. We're going to start with that corner. So we need to draw a line that is straight up and down. And again, my building really should stretch from the sidewalk all the way up to that vanishing point. I mean, the line that goes to the vanishing point. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a straight line in a few inches from the edge of my paper. And I want to line it up, line the ruler up with the bottom of my paper. And again, my ruler's too long to do that, but I can line up this nice long line here to ensure that it's pretty straight. And then, I know it looks crooked on the video, it doesn't look crooked in real life. And then draw my straight line all the way from the sidewalk, all the way up to that line, to that guideline. So I have a straight line. Doesn't look much like a building now, but it will. I am going to use this guideline to tell me to be this part of my building. And I need to decide how wide my building's face is, the front of my building. I'm going to go over however wide I want it to be. And again, I'm going to try to line my ruler up the bottom of my paper nice and straight. I feel like that's a little bit big to fit more in. And draw a straight up and down line here from my sidewalk all the way that line. Now this rectangle that I've just created with the two things here, this is the front of my building. This is the front of my building right there. I need to draw the sides now. For the sides, I'm going to use horizontal lines. The side of the building is facing me. It's not going to the vanishing point. I am actually going to draw a line straight over. I'm going to line this up on the edge of my paper to make sure it's nice and straight. And I'm going to draw a straight line from this corner straight over. That's where the side of my building is. I need to do the same thing at the top. From that corner, straight over. So, Sarah's starting to look more like a building, right? We are going to put on, we can put doors in, windows in, all of that stuff in a minute, but I want to make one more building with you. Somewhere in here, we're going to do the same thing. A line straight up and down, all the way from the sidewalk to my guideline. That's the corner, and I've gone over a little ways. I need to leave some space. And I'm going to decide how big is this building. It doesn't need to be as wide as this one because everything gets smaller as it gets further away. Well, it looks like it gets smaller as it gets further away. So now I'm going to draw this. Here's the front of the next building. I need to draw the straight lines over. Straight over. See it now? And I don't need this little triangle here. And now your paper's bigger than mine. I can easily fit another building in here. I'm sure you can fit a couple more, but I would like you to have at least 3. The steps are straight line with the ruler, then another straight line for the front of the building, and you go straight over. Use your ruler though, not like I just did. And then you have your building. Okay. Let's talk doors and windows. If they're on the side of the building here, remember the sides are the ones that are facing us, you're going to use straight vertical lines, straight horizontal lines. You don't have to take those to the vanishing point. If they're on this side, they can just be straight up and down. Just use your ruler to figure out how big you want them to be. And you can make as many windows and doors as you want on this straight up and down. However, if they are on this face, or this face, the ones for the top and the bottom go to the vanishing point, You can use straight horizontal lines, but you cannot use straight, no, sorry. You can use straight vertical lines. Sorry, still sick, but you cannot use straight horizontal lines. So if I want my windows to be lined in with these windows, I actually have to take that to the vanishing point. Oops, I don't think my ruler was at the vanishing point. Let me try that again. So I'm taking where these windows I kind of started to make were to that vanishing point, drawing a line, a guideline to help me, and then from the top of where these windows were going to be, same kind of thing. I'm taking that to my vanishing point. I have this spiral. That's kind of annoying. Okay. So my windows on that side would fit in this space here. See, these are straight. These go to the vanishing point. A door, how big do I want my door? Well, I can have straight up and down, and you should use your ruler to keep it straight up and down, but then that can go to the vanishing point. Okay, that can be my door. The top and the bottom of it have to go to the vanishing point, but any vertical lines can just be drawn in straight with my ruler. So that's the next step. These straight vertical with your ruler. Straight vertical lines are fine. Straight horizontal lines are fine. These faces, you need to use the vanishing point to help you figure out where they go. And then straight vertical lines. Same are true of all these buildings. Straight vertical, straight horizontal for the sides. Everything else has to go to that vanishing point. You might be wondering, well, what am I going to do with all this sky? There's some options. You can have some buildings back here. Maybe there's more city back here that just kind of go, end up behind these, but are nice and flat to us. And you can draw sort of a skyline back here if you want, a cityscape. You can have a sun. You can have clouds. You can fill it however you want to back there. Whew, a lot of information.